This weekend I'm going somewhere with my fiance, and we need someone to watch the cats. We like to feed the cats twice a day, and to have someone come to our house twice a day is a little inconvenient. So I'm gonna try and make an automatic cat feeder. So if I bought an automatic cat feeder, Loki would go up to the food bowl, start eating, and eat most of Honey's food before she got full and walked away. Then poor little Honey would come up and only have Loki's scraps to eat from. I could leave a whole bunch of food out, but then the two cats would just keep eating. The other option was to get 2 automatic cat feeders. But if this one were to trigger early, Loki would go up, eat all the food, walk away, and then when this one triggered, she would go up and start eating that one as well before Honey would finally get a chance to eat. So pretty much both bowls need to trigger simultaneously. And there was a cat feeder online here, but I did not want to spend $300 on it. It probably wouldn't have shown up in time to use anyway. I planned on making my own design, but since I only had 2 days to get this done, I ended up finding an auger-based cat feeder on Thingiverse and decided to try that. I was more in a hurry to get this done than make a video, so I really didn't record much, but here you can see the cat feeder and some initial testing. That's a little too much. That's a little better. So I have it rigged with this wireless smart outlet, and when I turn this outlet on, it triggers the Arduino through a relay. I used the code from this auger-based cat feeder, but I did do some modifications because I wasn't sure if the outlet would turn on or off if the power was disconnected, and if it got turned on randomly, I didn't want it to dispense code. So what I did is I made sure that the outlet would be on for half a second in case it was an abnormal spike, it wouldn't trigger, and then 10 seconds later make sure that the outlet was off. So that way I would have to turn the outlet on shortly, turn it off, and then it would dispense cat food. I had also bought 2 servos because I planned on giving each cat their own dispenser, but time-wise just did not let me finish that. I ended up designing and printing this splitter so that it would hopefully evenly split the cat food, but even though it's not perfectly even, it's close enough that it will get the cats through a weekend. We did a couple quick tests at home. Are you guys ready to eat? Hungry? It was not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to do this. Oh no. The reason it was glitching is because I had to remove the ground rail, trying to make the wiring simpler, not realizing what wire I was actually taking out. Until I got home, it started glitching and I remembered, oh wait, now I don't have any common grounds because I removed the ground rail. So I ran back to the shop, grabbed the ground rail and put it back in, and the machine started working flawlessly again. It should feed them. The cats had a little bit of trouble getting into their food bowls because I had the PVC sticking down into them. So what I did is I got some old IKEA shelves and I was able to raise up the machine, and then I glued the machine and the bowls down to a piece of wood, so nothing's gonna be slid around. If they move the bowls, the food's gonna start dispensing it right onto the floor. So with the auger-based design, it does jam rather frequently, even with the high torque servo. So to combat that, in the code it had a auto reverse feature, which is really nice because it will try and feed, reverse, and then feed again so that any jams will be cleared. This might take a couple cycles to clear out, so if I can see they don't have enough food in their bowl, I'll add a little bit more by running the program again. Okay, I put a camera up so that I can see what they're doing when I'm gone, or see what their food machine is doing. I did kind of cut the hole in the tub wrong. I cut the hole in the lid instead of the bottom of the tub. So there's a huge hole at the top, and our oldest cat, Loki, learned that if she climbed up on top of the feeder, she could actually spoon out some food and start eating. So to fix that, I just quickly wrapped it in aluminum foil, and hopefully that will keep them out of the food all weekend. Okay, well, now at least she can't get the food while we're gone. As long as they don't mess up my wires. Oh gosh, you guys are gonna eat those. Yeah, so something's probably gonna happen to my auto feeder or the camera. And if I see it's not feeding them or I can't see them at all, I do have someone I'm gonna call and they're gonna come check on the cats. So hopefully they're gonna be okay by themselves with this whole setup. And if not, you know, someone will come every day and take care of them. Don't knock that over while I'm gone. Hey. Bye, cats. Don't burn down the house. Oh, she wants the whipped cream. It's going back in the fridge. Now we're actually out of state, so I'm gonna try and trigger the cat feeder and hopefully it's gonna work well and the cats will get fed. So it started dispensing food and Loki, our older cat, started eating, but Honey, who is our younger cat, walked up, saw Loki eating out of her bowl and didn't want any part of that because she's the picky eater. So right now she's hiding under the table just watching, and Loki's almost done with more than her fair serving, and I'm afraid she's gonna start eating from the other bowl, so I'm gonna add a little bit more food. Okay, so Honey's finally coming up to eat, luckily. I would rather overfeed them than not give them food at all, so, you know, first time, cat's a little timid around the machine, that's fine. So it looks like this works pretty well, or at least well enough. I definitely have a few improvements as far as hiding the wiring, and I do actually want to get them on separate feeder servos so that I can feed them individually and not just have to depend on one feeding both of them. So I don't know, next big trip I'll probably revisit this, or if I get some free time, but we've been so busy I haven't even been able to get video out. This is just kind of a last minute, you know, this is pretty cool, maybe I'll make a quick video on it type project. So if you like it, like, subscribe, comment, and if you're here for the 3D printed boat video, that might be next week. Is that your bottle of whipped cream? Oh, good girl.